Hey guys, my name is Mike Foster. I'm the founder of People of the Second Chance. And for the past 15 years, I have focused my time, energy, and research on helping people embrace and love their not so perfect lives. So today I want to explore with you a topic that has the potential to sabotage almost everything in your life. And what's that one thing? Well, fear. F-E-A-R. So this course isn't about conquering life and becoming fearless. This isn't some cliched self-help motivational rant that I'm going to give, but just an honest and hopefully helpful discussion about how to get out of your bad relationship with fear. So fear impacts our lives in a bunch of different ways, right? Some people are afraid of spiders or snakes or airplanes. I've got lots of fears myself. For example, one of my fears is I'm afraid of the dark. And I'm totally serious about that, by the way. And that's why if you ever come over to my house, you will find 15 nightlights strategically placed all over my house. And listen, my house isn't that big, but my fear of the dark is, okay? But fear also expresses itself in worry, insecurity, anxiety, and stress, and can really mess up God's plan for our lives. A lot of us, are afraid that we're not good enough at something, or we're afraid we'll never measure up. Some are afraid of the future, or that they're gonna lose something like their jobs or houses or money, or I don't know, maybe a relationship. So here's a couple things I've come to discover about my own fears and anxieties. Number one, when fear runs your life, it ruins your life. Number two, I've learned that fear cannot see rewards, only risks. And number three, fear can be a friend, but only give it a voice, never a vote in your life. Okay, so now all of us probably have heard this famous quote that there is nothing to fear but fear itself. And that's a good line, isn't it? But I think it gives us the wrong idea about fear. The problem with this idea is that it makes fear your enemy, something to be conquered or eliminated. But fear is not your enemy. It's actually a biological friend. Do you know that our bodies have about 7 times as much architecture in our brains to detect a threat as we do for spotting a reward? That's right, which means our brains are 7 times more likely to notice and respond in a very big way, in a very heightened response to a rattlesnake than maybe to a Krispy Kreme donut. And this is a good thing, right? If a car swerves into your lane, fear will help you respond. You want your kids to be afraid of fire or strange dogs or getting lost in a crowd, right? Fear's job is to keep us out of harm's way. So it's natural to be nervous. It's natural to be scared and afraid. So the goal here is not to eliminate fear. That's just completely unrealistic. It's way more effective to make friends with fear. Fear is not some powerful evil enemy to be destroyed, but just think of it like a slightly paranoid friend to be managed in your life. Fear is more like Jar Jar Binks than Darth Vader. Fear is more like a crazy uncle than some mass murderer. I love what author Elizabeth Gilbert in her book, Big Magic, she says this about fear. She says, fear is like a mall cop who thinks he's a Navy SEAL. And I think that's a really good description. So how do we put this mall cop in its rightful place in our lives? First off, let's not call fear fear anymore. That's too nebulous and broad and honestly a little scary. So let's call fear Frank or Judy or John or just come up with your own name for fear. So secondly, let's accept the fact that Frank is just a part of your family. And whenever you go on a life road trip, Frank will always be in the car, doing what Frank does, being overly dramatic and incredibly talkative and highly opinionated. And he's sitting in the back seat trying to drive, but don't let him drive. See, the problem with Frank is that he really believes he's helping you. But of course he's not. Because you know what Frank's favorite word is to say while he's sitting in the back seat of your car and you're trying to accomplish your passions and your dreams and your goals? Frank loves the word stop. Stop, 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 stop. He says it all the time. And you know what his second favorite word is? It's the word no. And Frank says these two words all the time. Stop, stop, stop. No, no, no. He just loves those words. And why does he say this? Two reasons. Number one, remember, Frank is your slightly paranoid, crazy uncle, okay? And number two, Frank doesn't have all the facts about your life and the real world. Frank's job is to see danger, but not everything he sees is danger, right? He doesn't see dreams, he doesn't see rewards, he only sees the risks. He's only got about 5% of the info on what you're trying to really accomplish in your life and in your dreams and with your passions, which means Frank is dead wrong 95% of the time. Fear keeps you safe and sound, even from your future. So let me ask you this. Isn't it time to stop taking Frank's advice?